The year 1925 witnessed a glimmer of hope in a Europe still scarred by the Great War. The signing of the Locarno Treaties in October promised a new era of peace and cooperation. These agreements aimed to settle Germany's volatile western borders and reintegrate the nation into Europe. At the heart of the Locarno Treaties lay the renunciation of war as national policy. Germany, France, Belgium, Great Britain, and Italy pledged to respect existing borders and resolve disputes peacefully. The Locarno Treaties symbolized a collective desire to heal the wounds of war and build lasting peace. The road to Locarno was paved with both tension and tentative steps towards reconciliation. The aftermath of the First World War had left Germany humiliated and economically crippled. The Treaty of Versailles, with its harsh reparations demands and territorial losses, fueled resentment and instability in the defeated nation. Tensions reached a boiling point in 1923 when France and Belgium occupied the Ruhr Valley, Germany's industrial heartland, in response to reparation defaults. This occupation triggered hyperinflation and economic chaos in Germany, further poisoning relations between the former belligerents. However, amidst the turmoil, voices of reason began to emerge. In France, a new government led by Aristide adopted a more conciliatory approach towards Germany. Briand, a staunch advocate for peace, recognized that perpetual hostility towards Germany would only breed further instability. Similarly, Gustav Stresemann, Germany's foreign minister, understood that his country's future lay in reconciliation with its former enemies. Through a series of diplomatic maneuvers and compromises, the stage was set for the Locarno Conference. The signing of the Dawes Plan in 1924, which restructured Germany's reparation payments, helped to ease economic tensions and create a more favorable climate for negotiations. Germany's decision to enter into the Locarno Treaties was driven by a complex mix of pragmatism and ambition. On one hand, Stresemann's government recognized the need to restore Germany's international standing and secure its place in the European order. The Locarno Pact offered a path towards ending Germany's diplomatic isolation and gaining entry into the League of Nations. By agreeing to guarantee the western borders, Germany hoped to gain the trust of its former enemies and re-establish itself as a responsible member of the international community. This newfound legitimacy, Stresemann calculated, would strengthen Germany's position in future negotiations regarding the more contentious issues of the Treaty of Versailles, such as disarmament and territorial revisions in the East. However, Germany's acceptance of the Locarno agreements was not without its critics. Nationalists and right-wing elements within Germany viewed the treaties as a betrayal of German interests, arguing that they cemented the injustices of Versailles. They particularly objected to Germany's acceptance of the eastern borders, which had resulted in the loss of significant territories to Poland and Czechoslovakia. Section 4. Architects of Peace, France, Britain, and a New European Order. France's position at Locarno was driven by a desire for security. Haunted by the German invasion of 1914, France sought guarantees against future aggression. The Locarno Treaties offered a tangible expression of this security. British Foreign Secretary Austen Chamberlain mediated between France and Germany. Chamberlain saw the treaties as vital for lasting peace in Europe. The Locarno Treaties marked a turning point for the League of Nations. Germany's admission to the League in 1926 was a triumph for collective security. Section 5. The promise of Locarno guarantees, conciliation, and the League's embrace. The Locarno Treaties were meticulously crafted to create a framework for lasting peace in Western Europe. The cornerstone of this framework was a system of mutual guarantees. Germany, France, and Belgium pledged to respect their shared borders as delineated by the Treaty of Versailles. Great Britain and Italy acted as guarantors of this agreement, promising to intervene militarily against any state that violated the territorial clauses. Beyond these territorial guarantees, the Locarno Treaties also established mechanisms for the peaceful resolution of disputes. Germany and France agreed to submit any future disagreements to arbitration or to the Permanent Court of International Justice, a newly established body aimed at adjudicating international legal disputes. This commitment to dialogue and legal processes represented a significant step forward in international relations. The Locarno agreements also paved the way for Germany's entry into the League of Nations. Germany's admission to the League, once considered unthinkable given its role in the First World War, was seen as a crucial step towards its full reintegration into the international community. The Locarno Treaties, by fostering an atmosphere of trust and cooperation, had created the conditions necessary for Germany's return to the family of nations.